mask back on. My hair a bit. Okay. Now I want to get started on Bluey probably first. And then I will touch up some of the other. Okay. Let me open this.
Okay, cool.
Oh, people are joining.
Hi,
Hello,
everybody.
Welcome to the stream.
Sorry for the impromptu stream.
Surprise stream today. Still working on Bluey and Bingo. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. All right. Let's see if I can get.
As per usual, I'll be reading your messages, but
Because
I
I can't see them.
be a little slow today just because I've been pretty anxious, but not for any reason.
Yeah, it's just been.
So if they're a little slower than usual, that's literally why.
Yeah. Don't worry, Frank. It's okay. Let's see.
I know. I just wanted to say something.
Yeah.
Just give them a heads up. But
Okay, let's see. So we got Bluey and Bingo.
are you making masks today?
Yes, I am. Okay. So I actually have. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to paint you. Now my paint tray is very orange because last time I was painting Bingo and I could not for the life of me get the right shade of orange, so I kept mixing the colors. So this paint tray became very orange. But
I love your masks.
thank you. Now it'll be blue because I'm making Bluey today.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, thank you. Move my pad there. Okay. I'll send you out of the way.
What do you use for your masks?
I usually use a EVA foam base that I sculpt myself. Well, I just cut out myself and glue together, and then I sculpt over it with foam clay. That's how I get these bases done. Let's see. Okay, so we need kind of a.
Are we making a mask? Yes.
Yes. Oh, we need actually. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 4 colors. Okay. Let's see. So I need a light blue, which is.
What kind of sealer do you use for the masks?
I use a spray acrylic sealer. I've used a couple different brands. They seem to work about the same, but just a spray acrylic sealer, and I use a lot of coats of it, at least 5 coats. So I want them to be extra secured.
How much do your masks cost on average?
Between $150 and $200. The 200 ones are like the Rainbow Tigers. Those are like the most expensive ones I make.
The higher complexity.
Yeah. But otherwise, usually 150, 175 is how much I price them. USD, I mean.
This made my day. So happy you're live.
Oh, yay, I'm so glad. Thank you. That's awesome. Let's get... So I think I'm going to start... Okay, how do I do your snout? So I'm going to do it... Oh. I got this. We'll figure it out. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is take the light blue, which... Not that one. Not that one either. Light blue. Do I have one? I guess actually make this navy blue lighter probably. Mix a little bit of this.
Is your necklace a tooth?
It's made of something, but it's not a real tooth, if that's what you're asking. It's some kind of material, I'm assuming plastic and metal, but I got it at a gift shop. I'm gonna be so honest, but I love this necklace though. Oh wait.
What paint brand would you recommend? Literally...
Any paint brand of acrylic paint that is very thick and not watery. The waterier the paint, the harder it is to work with. So any brand that has thicker paint. I use pretty much any brand of just like the 99-cent to $1.50 paints. I haven't really been specific to a brand. I just get whatever one's available. But I think this is actually the right color. Or at least as close as I'm going to get. So, let's see. I'm just going to paint everything but the snout with this color.
How long does it take to make your mask? Did I ask you that one?
No, you didn't. It takes, I think, a minimum of 3 days. If I'm working on one mask, the fastest I can get one done is 3 days. But I usually spend a few weeks working on them just to make sure they're the highest quality they can be, and I usually work on more than one at once. So, we want this to go.
And thank you guys for joining the stream.
Yes,
How are you
thank you
guys
so
doing
much.
today?
Yes, hopefully well. How are you guys doing? Up to anything fun?
I'm not trying to be rude, but I've never seen a furry over 25. You're not going to believe
You're not going to
one.
believe this. But even though I look old, I'm only 21 years old. I just, unfortunately, look older than I am.
What type of clay do you use?
I use the Hobby Lobby brand of foam clay specifically. It's just foam clay. I use that one because it works the best. Now, it's not as consistent as I like it to be, but it does work better than any other foam clay I've tried. So regardless of Hobby Lobby, it is, that's the brand I use. Let me get this. Actually, I'm going to paint. Yeah, this is getting some good coverage. I'm going to paint a little bit higher.
Ro's not 21, especially with that hairline. You're not going to believe what I'm about to tell
You're
you
not going to
believe.
believe. Yeah, the reason my hairline's like this is because I've been on testosterone because I'm transgender. So, yeah, that's why my hairline's like this. It's so funny.
Also, I've never been to Spain, so honestly, I could not tell you if carrying is safe there, but I hope you have fun. I've not.
I have also never been to Spain.
What are your pronouns?
My pronouns are he, him, or they, them. Either one. Oh, and it is blue, a little bit in front of her ear. Okay. And then a little bit over here, and in between the eyes is also blue. Okay. There we go. Okay, we got some blue. And I'm fairly certain I do want to leave it at that angle. So, I'm going to leave that like that. Now I'm going to go around the other eye. Let's see.
Do you get chips?
Oh, yes, I do.
Are you a furry?
Yes, I am. I am both a Therian and a furry.
I love your mask. It looks so cool.
Oh, thank you. Okay, I'll put this blue there. Okay. Yes. That is good.
How much are your masks and where do you sell?
I sell them on Etsy, and my Etsy shop is Bird Dog Shop, but currently there's no masks available for sale on there, but that's where they'll be when I put some up. But that's where these guys will be when they're done. Okay. Another coat here. What's it a try? The scope's got a little bit messed up, but...
You're my favorite Theian YouTuber. That's so
Well,
sweet.
thank you. That means a lot to me.
What are your stereotypes?
I have two confirmed stereotypes, which are a gray wolf, not any specific type, just a wolf, and a mountain lion. But I am questioning a few others, but we'll see.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you.
What are you
Hopefully
making?
you guys are well. I'm making Bluey from the show Bluey into a mask. I also have Bingo, and I'm making both of them. So, let's see. So,
Where'd you get the head mannequin? Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby. I just painted it black.
You
so
could
I
also
like
get
better.
it for like any price.
Yeah, it was white. I just painted it so that'd be a solid color. So to show it better, so it wouldn't show up as well in pictures of the masks. So I do modify the head so that they have cardboard on the bottom because that way the mask doesn't tip over from being uneven. Because this is just styrofoam, so it doesn't actually stay up very well. So I solved that by just gluing a piece of cardboard to it, and then it's able to stay upright. Okay, so now we need that kind of...
How long does making a mask take?
Usually a couple of weeks. I get them done, but bare minimum 3 days. But usually I can finish like 5 or so in like 2 weeks. But I like working on more than one project at once.
Can you show us Bingo?
Of course. There's Bingo so far. She will have eyes and fur and extra details, but there she is so far.
She looks so good on camera. Oh my
I'm
god.
glad. Yeah, so here's Bingo. And I need purple. Do I need purple? Yes, I do.
Who's your favorite Bluey character? Do you have one?
I've never actually
I
watched Bluey
figured, but I
enough
was
to
like-
know.
Based off like...
I like all of them. They're all cute characters to me. I don't know. I haven't seen the show, but based design-wise, I like a lot of them. There's one in particular, I don't know their name, whose design is just very pretty. I think they're somehow related to Bluey, but I don't know. But I figure I'll watch that. I'll watch Bluey. I don't think I'm ready to watch Bluey, to be honest. I like the show a lot, but when I have kids, I think.
How long have you been making masks for?
I've been making masks for
Like a year and a half.
now, I think. Yeah, I think it's more purple. What kind of purple should I mix in? Oh, it's in purple. No, I need a darker one. No, that purple's fine. I can see another purple.
Do you like Gravity Falls?
I love Gravity Falls. It is one of my top 2 favorite cartoons. I was, yeah, I watched back in, 2012, 2013, I forget what year it aired. I was on vacation, and we didn't have cable at my house, but I happened to be on vacation
I
this
cried
summer.
watching that ending. Oh my god, I was so mad.
I was upset
I'm so
for
mad.
I was upset for weeks after it ended, because I was like, wow. But except it had been years. I never watched the rest of the show until years after it came out, maybe like a couple of years, and then I finally got around to finishing it, and I was like devastated because that's one of my favorite cartoons. I loved it.
And yes, he does sell masks at Etsy. Furry Dog Shop.
Yep. Love Gravity Falls though. Actually, this might be the color I want to mix in.
How many masks do you have?
Probably like 30 of them. If you look at, there's a shelf behind this wall that has tons of my masks on it. Most of them are like unfinished or old, but some of them are by other people, but I have quite a few. But if you're asking how many I've made, like ever, probably close to 200 at this point. Okay. Finally got some of that blue out. And
What's your favorite mask you've made?
oh, that's a hard thing to pick. I am a fan of this one that I wear most of the time, just because it was one of the first masks I've made without fur on the sides that had looked good, and I was really happy about it. I also love the paint job, but there's this one orange cat I made forever ago. It was a pre-made that I just loved. I don't know, I like a lot of the masks I make. It's hard to pick a favorite. Do I not have a purple that would work for this? I guess I'll just take a cap off this one.
Oh, and thank you guys so much for subscribing. Sorry.
Yes, thank you so much. Yay!
If you say hi, Bug, I'll subscribe.
Thank you for subscribing.
Well, hi, Bug.
I'm trying to get to 50,000 subscribers because I'm doing a giveaway.
We're doing a
50K.
giveaway of 50,000 subscribers for a custom mask. That's
Yep.
right, a mask of your
That'll
choosing.
be the only way to get a custom mask for me before January, and it'll be
Free.
free. We will include shipping worldwide, by the way. We'll ship wherever.
That includes international.
Yeah, so internationally, we'll pay for it. Don't worry. But 50K on YouTube, we will do a giveaway for a free custom mask. Anything you want, really. So I'm excited for that. So thank you guys for subscribing.
Thank you guys for being in the stream. This
Yes.
is a furry Theian stream.
Yep.
He's both a furry and a Theian.
And my paint is clogged. I
Oh,
don't
it's
really
my
take
first
good
time
care
here.
of paint.
Welcome, welcome.
Yes,
If it's
welcome.
anybody else's first time, welcome.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us.
I like your
think that's-
mask.
Thank you. And that needs to be a little bit darker, but I got the right shade. Perfect. And we'll just darken
Have
that.
you ever made a snake mask? Like one like
I
reptile
haven't,
one
but I
is
have
close.
made a reptile that
What kind of reptile? Well, it was an Argonian OC, so I never know what to say.
right?
I'm like, it was a reptile.
There's a reptile.
lizard. I say Argonian, and then it's like, what?
What's an Argonian? Yeah. Alright. That's a little too gray. I added too much, but that's okay, because I can add more purple, and it'll be fine, unless I just go like this.
How would you tell your parents you're a Therian? Well, actually, there's this really great video
Yeah.
on this channel called Therian Guides for Parents that you can send to
Yes,
your parents.
but if you don't want to send the video, but it is a good video to send. It has information like geared, like I'm talking to your parents. But I'd also recommend doing it if you are going to come out to them as a Therian in a very casual, lighthearted sense. Don't make it a very serious, like downtrodden, like this is who I am, and like worried about, like just bring it up in a casual conversation and be like, yeah, I'm a Therian, and that's just who I am, rather than being like, I'm a Therian and that's who I am. Like, just being less dramatic with it, and more like, yep, that's how I am. That's what my life is. That tends to go better for parents. Okay, so now is the hard part. That
What
is
are
the
your
right color.
stereotypes?
My stereotypes are a gray wolf and a mountain lion. paint the parts of her face that aren't covered in.
Nice
What,
choice
right?
of drink.
Thank you.
Oh my god, someone said Theian Bob Ross. Stop, that's so sweet.
Oh, that's amazing. That's so sweet. Okay, just paint that there. Okay, so what I'm doing is trying to get as much coverage without going over the already wet paint so the colors don't mix. Which is funny because usually when I paint these masks, I'm painting like realistic designs. So I like when the colors mix and blend together because it makes it look more realistic. But on this mask in particular, I'm trying to make it a little cartoony and more like, yeah, more like a cartoon because it's bluey, but it is difficult because I don't want the colors to mix, and usually I do. So.
I love how you decorated the background.
Thank you. Yeah, I tried to put up some Halloween decorations, but it was fun.
Have you done anything with antlers? I think you've done
Once. Twice.
I think you've done it twice.
Twice, yeah. I made a deer that I never got pictures of.
And he's made wings before with the same kind of
Yeah.
So I figured I'd rope that in there.
Yes, because those are actually really cool. I like doing those.
Thrice. Okapi.
Oh yeah,
Okapi
yeah.
had antlers on it too.
Yeah. Well, not antlers, but like
But
whatever the horn things are on an okapi.
I count that enough. You
Yeah,
also use the
I
same
did
kind of
do
method.
that. Yeah. So I think 3 times I've done horns. Now I'm going over this part.
I love the mask.
Well, thank you.
A moose mask would be so fire.
Oh, I would.
You want to make an elk one at some point?
I want to make an elk one.
I made a deer before.
Yeah.
I gotta put that one on the Pinterest.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I gotta get to a different reference image. Are these spots even? I think they are. Yeah, they are. Yes. Okay, perfect. I love the character designs in this show. They're so cute. Okay.
Happy Halloween. So I said happy Halloween.
Thank you. Happy Halloween. Okay, perfect. That is settled. So now I have to get this portion. Because that part of the eye is so
Do you need gear to be a Therian? Absolutely not.
Oh, actually, a lot of Therians don't have gear or use gear. It has nothing to do with it. It's just a way to express yourself.
Can you start doing more tutorials on sounds of cat mask? You're not gonna
That's
do
so
this.
funny because there's a video that I'm going to make today after this live stream. I'm going to make a snap tutorial out of cardboard for a cat mask, so you're in luck. That's funny. Okay. So then we'll get some more of this here and just kind of even that up. Okay, how is she looking?
What's your favorite color?
Pink. Sort of like this pink, but the Pipeline Punch Monster can, if you've seen that one, is more my exact favorite color.
Have you ever made paws / hooves?
I made paws. I don't really like making paws all that much. I don't make them too often, but I've never made hooves, as far as I know. I think I've attempted it once, but I was really young and didn't quite know how to do it. But okay, and now this is the hard part because I have to make the snout yellow. Okay, I think I have a brand new yellow I can use too. Unless I had that kind of, no, I have it in green. Where'd it go? That's not it.
We could not recommend any quads tutorials because believe it or not, you can't do quads.
I can't do quads, no. Yeah, I'd love to be able to, but unfortunately, it really does not work well on my body, so. Better for me to stay away from it. Okay. And, oh, wait, that's the yellow I was going to. No, that's the wrong color. Okay. Then I'll mix a little bit of this. Get it a little bit lighter.
How long have you been a furry / Therian?
I've been a Therian most of my life. I didn't have the term Therian until like 2 years ago, maybe. But year and a half. I don't know. But yeah, 2 years ago. But I have been feeling I've been feeling therianthropy since I was a kid. I just didn't have the label for it. So I've been feeling. I've been connected to my wolf stereotype since childhood, but I've been a furry since 2015, I think. Okay, that is almost the right shape. Just need a little bit more white. Okay, there we go. Yeah, perfect.
Can we see the mask?
Of course. Mix this paint together. So it's coming along. It's not in the point where it's going to be. It's still a mess, but gotta clean up the snout and get everything. But here's what Bingo looks like. So we've got at least one that's getting there. So let's see if I got the right shade of yellow this time. Oh, just about. Okay. Yep, that's good. Okay, cool. So now I'm pretty sure the paint around the snout is dry, so I can start applying it. Unfortunately, I didn't feel like painting the base white, so I'm just going to go a bunch of layers with this yellow.
I'm glad I have an amazing YouTuber like you to watch. Make me happy every time I see you. Keep up the great work.
Oh, thank you so
thank
much.
you.
That's so sweet. Oh, that means so much to me. That's so nice. Okay. Here. There we go. Get that paint onto the snout. And there's some areas that I'm not going to be able to get as well, just because the paint's not dry yet, so I might have to...
Are you going to be selling these masks, or are you keeping them?
Yeah, I'm selling them. These will be for sale.
Do you have any tips for finding your stereotype?
I think just, like, thinking, I usually recommend when people are searching for their stereotype to not worry so much about finding it, and more so worry about, like, the process of getting there, because technically you don't really need to know your stereotype. And yes, it can be annoying when you don't know, but just kind of sit with it and just feel and be like, what animal am I? You know? And just take it slow, take it easy, and don't feel rushed to have to find your stereotype, or, oh no, I don't have it, I don't know what I'm, don't freak out about it, because it'll come to you in time. And, sometimes it takes longer for some people to find their stereotype, and it's nothing you need to worry about. But I like recommending doing research into animals and just trusting your instincts as to what your stereotype is.
Hi, Birdogs. I've watched you for a while. I love your content. You inspire me. Your masks are awesome. I hope you have a great day. Best YouTuber. Hope you see this.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, you guys are the best.
I really like your channel. I started a furry channel because of you.
Oh, thank you. That's
Sorry,
so sweet.
Especially they're so sweet. I love reading those.
You guys are the best. Okay.
I'm gonna come forward as a Therian for parents support, so I'm gonna get a mask but say I'm not a Therian. It's just for fun. Is that a good idea? Well, it is the perfect season.
Yeah, literally. I think that's a really good idea. So, got the first layer of yellow almost applied, and then I gotta see how far the stripe around for yellow marking goes.
Would you be interested in getting interviewed on the Therian podcast? Shoot us an email.
Yes,
If we
send
have
us an
business
email.
requests like that, shoot us an email.
Yep. Email is
It's
the
in
best
our
way to...
bio
Yeah,
thing.
it's our little, like, banner thing, too, even. Yeah, email is the best way to reach us if you're interested in things like that.
What is the fabric for your mask? There's no fabric on.
Oh, there's no fabric on my masks. I'm just
Except the
painting
back.
Except the back. In the back, I use fleece mostly. I've used Mickey in the past too. Both are have the pros and cons, but
Do you make and sell your masks?
I do.
How long does it take to get used to a mask like that? Like used to.
Like wearing it? I suppose that depends on the person, but I don't know.
Last stream when you were making a makeup mask, I was an Therian, and now I know I am. I just don't know what my stereotypes are. Your channel is very inspiring, and you help me understand a lot.
Oh, thank you. I'm always glad when I can help you guys.
Thank you guys for being so supportive.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely, every single one of you.
I'm always so glad when I can kind of help in a way when you guys are on your own kind of journey of therianthropy or self-discovery, and you're like, yeah, I found out I was a Therian because you helped me figure it out, and I'm just like, that's so sweet. I don't know, it's just nice. Okay, now it should go lower.
What materials do you use to build up the shape of your mask?
I use foam clay. I start with a base out of EVA foam, and I make it the exact same way I do in my cardboard tutorials, just out of EVA foam instead of cardboard. And then I sculpt it with foam clay. Okay, and then I'll mix some more paint. I need some more.
Where exactly do you sell your masks?
I sell them on my Etsy, which is Birdie Dog Shop.
Should I, like, pin it for a second?
I think so, yeah.
Because I've had a few people ask that, so I'm just gonna pin it real quick.
Sounds like a good idea. Get some yellow paint.
Okay.
Some white paint.
Sorry if the link's ugly. There you go. There's nothing there. But I figured I'd pin it. You can favorite it. But
Thanks,
just for, like, a...
Just for reference.
I'll have it up for about a minute or two, I think.
Sounds
I
good.
don't know if people can close out of it, and I don't want it to be annoying.
Wait for a little bit for this to dry, but while it's drying, I'll get the inside of the ears.
How do I deal with bullying?
That really depends on the situation, and a lot of you guys ask about dealing with bullying, and really, I can't help as much as I'd like to, because I don't know your exact situation, and also it's kind of inappropriate to say your exact situation, so unfortunately I'm really stuck. But what I'd recommend as general advice is you talk to a trusted adult in your life. It doesn't necessarily have to be your parent, but someone you trust who's an adult who you can talk to that can understand the situation and see what is going on. But also, there's often a lot of options in schools if you can kind of go up the ranks of teacher to superintendent to principal kind of thing, like until you get to someone who will listen, because they'll be like, why is this reaching me, because I'm higher up in the hierarchy, and they will deal with it usually. But unfortunately I can't help with a lot of bullying situations. My heart goes out to any of you who are experiencing bullying for either being a Therian or just in general, but definitely talk to a trusted person in your life who can help with more specifics. Alright, let's see. Get this yellow paint on there. It looks like it's turning out pretty good.
How long have you known you're a Therian?
I've known I was a Therian since I was a kid, probably around like 5 or 6 maybe. My memory is a little shaky when it comes to my childhood, but I do remember thinking like, I guess other people don't see themselves the way I do. I didn't have the term Therian back then because it's the early 2000s and I didn't have access to the internet, but yeah, I've known for a while. There we go. Alright, she's coming along. I actually want to make some more blue. Nope, because I'll just do that border there, and then I'll do, nope, I'll do blue now. Hold on. Okay. That's my brush. And I'll get some more of that blue and start cleaning up some of the edges here. I'm pretty sure I gotta go like this. So a little blue paint along the edge of the yellow so that it looks a bit more even.
Can you explain the difference between a furry and a Therian?
So the main difference is kind of like how they identify. Because a Therian is someone who internally is an animal. So non-physically identifying as animal usually means that when you think of yourself on the inside, you see an animal rather than maybe your physical body. Because for most people, when they think of themselves, they think what they look like externally. For Therians, it's usually not the case, and usually they see an animal or multiple animals. Furries, on the other hand, don't have this kind of disconnect with the self, or at least typically don't. But you can be a Therian and a furry, but furries are just fans of anthropomorphic animals, or animals with human traits, which usually means like an animal standing on two legs, or talking, or wearing clothes. It actually can mean a number of things. A furry doesn't necessarily have to be someone with a fursuit, but furries tend to have that kind of costume versus this kind. But really the difference is that Therians identify internally as an animal, or in some way as an animal, and furries tend not to. So that's the main difference, but...
What's your opinion on skull sonas? What's a skull sona?
I don't know what that is.
Is it just like a skull?
Skull sona. I don't know.
Okay, and did I miss any parts of that blue?
Thank you for reading my comment. Keep inspiring others, letting people know what Therian is.
Oh, thank you. And of course.
I'm a Therian and trans. I love your videos and how your masks look, because you seem nice and your masks are really cool.
Oh, thank you so much. Portion there. Let's get that painted.
I love your videos. You inspired me to do art and design masks.
Oh yay! That is so nice. I love inspiring you guys. If I can get more of you guys to make art, that is the best thing ever. I don't know.
Do you collect bones or taxidermy? We have the skull.
We have a skull we found.
Of the squirrel.
Of a squirrel, but
that's about it.
yeah, I want to. I just
don't find anything.
Yeah.
How do you think just find things?
Yeah. I love taxidermy, though. I think it's a beautiful art form.
I don't think he has a favorite stereotype. I think he appreciates both of his stereotypes.
Yeah.
Well, he might not have the same feelings about them, but I don't think favorites particular
really.
term.
Yeah.
No offense, I just thought it was funny.
Yeah. I'm more connected with my wolf stereotype, but I like both my stereotypes. Okay, then I can go back with the yellow. But here's what it looks like so far. We're definitely getting more into the bluey territory. I gotta do the mouth and lining and everything, but I gotta wait for the second coat of that on her snout. But I am going to get the
Will you be doing much for Halloween?
I don't know. I think we're gonna go out into town. My town has a Halloween thing sometimes, so we'll see. Usually I dress up, but I don't know what I'm gonna be this year, to be honest. I've been a werewolf the past 4 or 5 years, so I kind of want to be something else, but I probably will just settle and be a werewolf again, but we'll see.
Now for tips on making a fursuit head, I would go actually to YouTube elsewhere, because we don't have like fursuit head
Yeah,
tutorials.
I don't have fursuit tips yet. I actually don't make fursuits all that often.
Yeah, that's why I was like, yeah.
Okay. So yellow is good enough for now. So now what I'm going to do is take a smaller brush, start cleaning up this darker color.
What's up, Bentley? You're alive.
Nice. I'm just painting Bluey from Bluey right now.
Bluey from Bluey.
Yeah, I don't know. I like saying Bluey from Bluey. I think it's funny.
You helped me awaken as a wolf Therian.
Oh, nice. I always like when I can help you guys on
You're one of my
enjoy it.
comfort YouTubers.
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet.
These are literally so sweet. Thank you so much.
No, literally. Love it.
Oh my god, that's the same mask from last live, right?
No, actually, maybe. I don't know.
I think it
Was that
is.
sculpting it last time? Yeah, I think so. But yeah, painting it now. Gotta work on getting it painted. But here's how Bingo turned out. If any of you want to see. She's got to have a bit more detail and eye mesh, obviously, and some fur, but coming along nonetheless. But these guys should be available in my shop within the next few days. They'll be done. So,
Do you have tips on figuring out your stereotype?
hmm. I think I mean, personally, I know meditation's not really for everyone, but sometimes just sitting in a moment of like peace somewhere that's not as chaotic as your everyday life. It could be your bedroom or like a closet even, or outside in nature somewhere, and just really just take some deep breaths and think like, what animal am I? You know? And just kind of try it on. Just like feel like announce an animal that just feels like it might fit in your head. Be like, okay, maybe a fox, and just think about it. And then if it doesn't really fit, then it might not be your stereotype. But that's what I usually recommend, is just kind of looking inward and not being too worried about whether it happens fast or whether you find your stereotype instantly, and not worrying about not finding it right away, because some people don't. Um, Everyone's journey with therianthropy is very different, and some people find their stereotypes instantly and others don't. So just remember that it takes time sometimes. Okay, and I think what I'll do is paint that inside portion. Oop, guess not. Okay, well, that actually cleaned up that edge, so that's fine. I'll do the same thing here. I'll get some color back. Get out of here. Cloud with paint is.
Okay, sorry everybody. Sorry, I don't know why I went so quiet for a second.
Oh, that's okay. Okay.
Let's see.
Then we get the light blue paint. Go back here.
You're so good with your art.
Oh, thank you.
Have you ever made a bird mask before?
I made a cardboard bird mask, but I never made a bird just because I don't like working with feathers. And I'm not sure I could really do it properly without feathers. Well, I could use faux fur and cut it, but it's a lot of effort for something I don't have a lot of time for right now. But someday I will. I'll make a bird. I'll get there. Okay. And that looks about right. That there. That there. Okay. Clean up her snout here. Okay. Then we'll take this paint, go along the edge. Make sure I get a nice curve out. Okay. Okay. Go back in with some light paint. To go back on the other side. Try to get a smooth edge here.
Your masks look heavy.
They really aren't. I know some people say they look heavy a lot of the times, but that's probably because it looks like it's made out of actual clay. But really,
Show how lightweight it is.
this one, for example, so see it's got this elastic that stretches all the way out. It doesn't even weigh it down. When I bounce it, it doesn't even weigh down on the fabric. I mean, it's extremely lightweight. This weighs barely anything. When you actually, if you were to order a mask from me and you get the box, you might think, wow, there is nothing inside it because they're that lightweight. Because they're just essentially made of mostly air. They got foam that's got pockets of air in it that makes it very lightweight. So they're actually surprisingly not heavy at all. Actually, Sonny, my fursuit, who looks pretty heavy, he probably looks the heaviest of everything. He weighs like a pound. Like, he's not heavy at all. So it's pretty cool.
Nice, you helped me well alive, and I just thought maybe I found my stereotype. Oh, really?
What was the question?
Somebody said that they found their stereotype while watching live.
Nice,
Oh,
that's fantastic.
awesome. What are your stereotypes? Somebody else
My stereotypes are, I have two confirmed which confirmed ones, which is a wolf and a mountain lion. No specific subtype of gray wolf, but some kind of gray wolf. And a mountain lion. Again, no specific subtype, just outline. Let's move that out of it. Okay, and I think we're almost ready. Let's do another layer on the yellow, but not quite. So we'll wait. Actually, I gotta get that other light blue. We'll pull more of this light blue.
Any tips for making masks?
Definitely don't be afraid to kind of think outside the box, but just stay safe when doing it, because I like inspiring people to just really make a mask that feels right to them. Like if you want to use cardboard for like ears in a certain way that you've never seen done before, go ahead and try it, because you never know it'll work out. But I do recommend as a starter material for making masks, cardboard is the most versatile, cheapest, and easiest to work with of any of them. So I think if you're starting out with masks and you want to just experiment with it, make them out of cardboard. And they're really easy to kind of convert with fur into EVA foam if you wanted to make a more permanent one. But cardboard is my favorite material to work with personally. I just don't work with it a lot because most of the masks I make to sell, but I do love working with cardboard. I think that's a good beginner material to kind of experiment with.
You're exactly what I want to be when I grow up.
Oh my god.
That's so sweet.
I think that's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. Wow. Thank you. That's fantastic. Wow. I'm gonna think about that forever. Sorry, that's awesome.
Ernie, can you tell Opal Cat to make me a Theian mask? Let me forward them a memo. I'll get back to you on that.
Alright, let me get some even lighter blue than this, don't I? I do. Okay, I guess I get where'd my white paint go? So I get some white paint over here, and hopefully I can make that lighter blue.
What's the trickiest mask you've made?
These ones have been a little bit of a challenge so far, actually. The Bluey and Bingo ones, just because they're cartoony, and most of my masks are like realistic, or the paint job I mean, which is to say, a cartoony paint job versus a realistic paint job is actually kind of difficult to do after you've just been painting something like this, like my mountain lion. I forgot the word mountain lion, but my mountain lion mask. It's, as you can see, this one's got more like detailed markings that kind of blend together. These ones you don't want the colors to blend because they're cartoons, and I want them to still have that cartoon effect. So it's actually kind of funny. Let's see. Let me make this light blue for a little like line marking, I guess. Let's see. Mix this white paint in. Is it lighter blue? Yeah, that's actually the perfect color. Cool. I always like when I can mix the perfect color because sometimes it's just so difficult. Okay, and how is that as compared to that? That is the right color. Okay.
And commissions will be open in January.
Yes, commissions will be open in January. But if you want a custom mask sooner, there is a opportunity to get a completely free custom mask as soon as I hit 50K on YouTube. So as long as we get some more subscribers, once we hit 50K, we will be doing a free custom mask giveaway worldwide. So it'll be covered no matter where you are.
Free shipping.
Free
so
shipping.
You don't have to worry about shipping either.
Yeah.
50,000 subscribers.
Yes, we will be giving away
almost
masks,
there.
so.
We are at 44,000 subscribers.
Yeah, so we only need a couple thousand more, which is insane, and I'm so excited about it.
Thank you guys so much.
Which is why I wanted to do something big and do a nice custom mask giveaway. So.
Right, literally. We do those pretty frequently as well.
Yeah,
so
I've done 3 in the past so far, I think. 4,
we'll do one for
maybe? I don't know,
50K,
but-
and we'll probably do another one for 100. Well,
Yeah.
If we hit 75, like, we'll probably do one for 75.
Yeah, I'll probably do one for 75, considering, but we'll see. We'll see where it goes, but
So, we always do multiple, too, so.
yeah. There will be another chance, but
Can you show off the masks?
yeah, so this one is a work in progress. I haven't finished the paint job yet, as you can see by the partially painted eyebrow. And she doesn't have a nose yet either. But there's Bluey so far. And then if you look over here, here's Bingo so far. So, pretty good. And the oranges look less saturated in person. I don't know. Looks very bright, but let's see here.
I look up to you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. That's actually amazing. You guys are so sweet to me. Okay, let's see. Let's get this eyebrow painted.
Do you like snakes?
I love snakes. Actually, the other day, I was talking to my dad, and he's like, "Remember when you wanted a snake?" And I was like, "I still want a snake." I think they're cool.
Blue without a nose can't hurt you. Also blue without a nose.
I was thinking the same thing because it almost looks like a duck bill. Because without the paint, that's what I was thinking. I gotta do another coat on these eyebrows too, but that's okay because that's what I anticipated with the lightness of it. Okay, underneath this eyebrow.
Are you Therian or just a mask maker?
I'm a Therian. Yep. Oops. Oh, that actually didn't do anything.
Could you make a clay mask tutorial? If we were to ever do those, we'd probably put those on Patreon.
Yeah, just because that is
Only because those are incredibly difficult, and I'd want to be able to work with somebody like firsthand and have that experience.
yeah.
Because when it comes to sculpting, I wouldn't want to just have like a video up that's like
Because
open access
and
like
the thing
that.
is, I can't make the video either. The reason we
Because
put it
part
on
of the reason why it'd
Patreon,
be helpful is if you do it through Patreon, we could do like a live stream type thing where we do
yeah,
it like
where it could
as
be like a group. Because otherwise, I really can't teach what I'm doing. Because it really is just sculpting and getting used to the material. And
Because it would be different from this even. We'd have to have like multiple cameras kind of
yeah.
going.
What's that?
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the 99 cents. I'm
Oh,
silly.
thank you. Thank you so much. That's fantastic.
Literally, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much.
And also, then we could put patterns on there that people could print
Yes,
beforehand.
yeah.
It literally would be like
It would be
an
like a
all-inclusive
class,
thing.
essentially.
Literally.
Well, that's further down the line if there's
yeah.
interest or whatever. But
So for now, we're trying to start with these other tutorials, see if you guys like them for now.
yeah, and especially because
Show
a lot
off all
of
the other species we can make, because we've been hearing a lot that there's kind of this lack of diverse species, like...
yeah, because a lot of mask makers
tutorials.
tend to. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with making masks of just like foxes and wolves and cats, but we want to get some more like stereotypes out there because we know there's more stereotypes than that, you know. So, tons of masks. But we got big plans and we'll do a lot of cool stuff pretty soon. So, stay tuned.
Where do you get foam clay? I can't find it anywhere. If you can't find it, you can look online.
Yeah. I really only get it from... I only buy it in person at Hobby Lobby because it's just where it's available to me. But I know you can get it online too, certain websites, but...
Do you like Pikmin?
Like,
I think they're cute. I played the
I know nothing
Nintendo
about
World
Pikmin.
like game with them.
I remember when I was like probably 8 or so, I don't know, there was a Pikmin game that came out on the 3DS or DS? 3DS, I think. I used to read a lot of National Geographic Kids magazines growing up, and they'd have ads for like Nintendo games. I remember the ad for whatever Pikmin game came out on either the Wii U or the 3DS. It was one of those two. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. And I liked the advertisements for it because they had like real life mixed with like the Pikmin. So I remember the advertisements for that, but that's as far as my Pikmin knowledge goes.
I remember the Nintendo World Pikmin game. I think it was Nintendo World. I love Nintendo World. I would play that by myself. But just repeatedly, I love the Zelda levels. I love that I could like, slash everything and go through. I would just play them again and again and again.
Nice. What console was that on?
The Wii U.
Oh, nice.
Not sure how Therian content ends up on my page, but that mask is sick.
Oh, thank you.
Have you ever made a coastal wolf mask? If so, any tips on that?
I have made at least one coastal wolf. And my biggest tip is definitely like when you're painting, don't rinse your brush as often as you think you need to because the color that is left. So I like to use my brush until I run out of color. This includes like on fleece or felt, and especially if you water it down, the blending of the colors is what you want. You want the colors to blend. So as long as you keep like mixing the colors and switch it around on the mask, they'll blend better and more realistically than if you were to rinse your brush after every color. So that's what I'd recommend is.
May I take inspiration from your mask style?
Of course. See, the thing is, I may have popularized a lot of the techniques I use, but I don't own them. So anyone can use these techniques, or use foam clay, or make masks like mine. As long as you're not directly like copying and being like, I invented this is mine, and no one else can use it. As long as you're not gatekeeping or being mean about it, go ahead, do whatever, take inspiration. I love when people take inspiration, believe it or not. Which I know a lot of artists don't agree with, but I like spreading creativity, and I think as long as people are being creative, then that's at least a win there. So, especially in the fight against AI and stuff. Listen, we want people creating, so I definitely am okay with people taking inspiration. I encourage it. Okay, I finally got that yellow to a nice coat. So then, after that dries, I can do another coat with that one. But here's here's Bluey so far. Yes, she does not have a nose yet, but see, as you can see, she's coming along. Looking a little less scary, but I think I gotta do another coat of yellow after it dries, but I gotta work on the eyebrows now, so. Actually, I think I can add some yellow to the ears.
What's your main mask?
Probably this one right now. I just wear this one the most. But I honestly don't think I have a main mask besides this one right now. I have to remake my classic wolf mask with the piercings. I have 3 versions of that one, and another kind of wolf one that I wear sometimes. But I got to make another one, but I just haven't had time recently. But I'd say this is probably my main mask for the time being.
How are you doing today? I have a question. How did you discover your stereotype?
I'm doing good. Hopefully you're doing good as well. And I discovered my stereotype. Well, actually, I don't really remember discovering my wolf stereotype, so I was so young. But I remember discovering my mountain lion stereotype because it was more recently, but it just kind of came to me. It just was like, for a few days, I was like, I feel very mountain lion-like. Like, I could just feel like, I could feel it. I'd have shifts, like, feeling like a mountain lion. And then I was like, yeah, I'd say that's probably a stereotype, considering. And then I made this mask, and it really connected it, and, yeah, mountain lion.
Are you a Theian or a furry?
I am both. I'm a Therian and a furry.
Do you think that being a Theian is kind of a trend now? I don't really think so.
So I don't think so at all. I think it's become more widespread and people know about it more, but I don't think it's a trend. And yeah, there's kids that are saying I'm a Therian who won't be saying they're a Therian 6 months from now. But that doesn't mean that it's really a trend. I think Therianthropy at its core has not been, like, ruined, quote, or, like... Listen, kids jump onto Therianthropy trends like that, but I don't think there's really... I think it's more so that there's a lot more Therians that know about it, and they're being like, oh, I guess that's what I am. Because I even didn't know I was a Therian. Well, I did. I had the feeling, but I didn't know the word Therian until, like, last year. So, or I guess 2 years ago, but, I really don't think it's a trend, honestly.
I agree with that. I say the same thing, because I'm like, at least when I was growing up, like, on YouTube, like, in, like, 2012, I was getting, like, the otherkin clips.
Yeah.
I was getting this person,
I
like,
watched the documentary
mom's,
that
like, Diamond.
Yeah. I would get it on my stuff too, but I wouldn't.
Like, it's always been existed in media, and it's always come back up and researched at certain points, and it's always been popular in certain.
But what I think is actually beneficial about the resurgence.
TikTok has just really pushed it.
I
into
think
public spotlight.
What I think is really beneficial, believe it or not, about this kind of prevalence, or like how common Therians are nowadays. I think it's good because it boosts the community. It's like these are new members who previously didn't know about our community and couldn't really participate because they had no idea what a Therian was. But then they're like, oh, that's me, and I have this group all of a sudden because I was like that. I wouldn't have been anywhere near the situation if I hadn't stumbled across a random video on TikTok of a kid wearing a mask, because I was like, oh, okay, and I thought it was cool, and then that roped even me in. Because I don't think it was a trend, because I was a Therian the entire time, I just didn't know until TikTok told me. You know what I mean? I was like, oh. So I think more people are discovering they're Therians now, and that's kind of a good thing, because there's more people to benefit the community and kind of expand and make it seem less weird and strange as the, I guess, average person would think, someone who's not involved in the community. But I think it's good. I think it's a good thing, which may be an unpopular opinion, but oh well.
Like queer people, a lot of people didn't have the language to communicate how they felt, but as
Exactly.
people became more aware, they might understand themselves more.
Yeah, because actually, I came out as trans in 2017. And in that era, so I was like 13, 14, I guess, when I first came out. And in that era, that was when trans people were like becoming more prevalent on social media. And then nowadays, as compared to like even 2017, which actually is a considerably further back amount of time than I thought, but 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, yeah, it was 7 years ago, but compared to the experience now, I think 2020 had a big impact because a lot of kids either thought they were trans or found out they were trans in that era when they were like 14 to 17, which was the age of like, I mean, obviously the age 14 to 17 is kind of the primary age of the internet because that's what most people post about, I guess. But when I was that age, the trans community had a whole different
Back
thing.
in the 1900s. I'm kidding.
Yeah, but it's funny how it's changed, and the Theian community is kind of the same thing. Like, it changes over time, but I don't know. I think people just forget that there's a whole different, like, furries. Like back in like 2015 when I was first making fursuits, furries weren't really as mainstream anymore, and what people knew about furries was, I'm sure you know what they thought about furries, but when I was making fursuits back in 2015, there was no examples to go off of that were really good. And now, like, however many years later, almost 10 years later, oh my god, there's a lot more, like, because this community has grown, and there's a lot more techniques for fursuits, and there's a lot of really cool things that people are doing with them that just did not exist 10 years ago. I think that's similar with the Therian community, is that it's not that people are thinking it's a trend, it's that people are realizing they're Therians and wanting to kind of join in and contribute to their community that they are a part of, rather than kind of just existing without knowing. So I think it's beneficial for more people to know about Therians because it's beneficial for everybody, because people were really horrible to trans people, and now it's starting to come into the mainstream. And yes, there's still horrible things, but it's certainly getting better. And it's kind of the thing of just awareness and people knowing it exists in all these different communities. I think it's a good thing for Therianthropy to be more well known, because yes, there's harm of kids, I guess, jumping on the trend, but there's also the benefit of more Therians finding out who they are and connecting with this community. So I think it's a good thing. Sorry about that ramble for a second. I just got really carried away, but it actually allowed me to have enough time for the paint to dry on the eyebrows so I can do another coat. Nice. Convenient.
That's so cool. That's how I discovered my son birth stereotype. I'm getting ready for a memorial. Your streams always put my mind at ease, so I thank you for it.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Okay, and let's see, I think I'll get... Alright, well, it's been about an hour since we started the stream, and this was an impromptu stream, and unfortunately I've reached the point where I have to wait, because my mask, I have to wait to do the next layer. So I'll show you guys
well, you
what...
can make the nose.
I can't, it's still wet. What?
You can make Bingo's nose.
Bingo has a nose.
You just done streaming?
Yeah, and I figure it's been an hour. I planned to go for like an hour. Sorry about that. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. So thank you so much, and I'll see you.
Bye.
Bye.